Hey guys, Sibler here, back in with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Page Punchers 7-inch Aquaman, brought to us by the fine folks over at DC Direct and or McFarlane Toys. I do not know which, but at any rate, these are just glorified DC Multiverse figures at this point, so there you have it. That said, you remember last year I looked at the Black Manta, Ocean Master, and Aqualad, the Young Justice looking Aqualad that is, from this very same wave of Page Punchers figures. Well, I managed to scoop up the Aquaman on a bit of a discount. He was 20 instead of 25, so I figured, what the heck, pick him up, check him out, and boy oh boy am I glad I did, because this Aquaman is pretty cool. That said, I unfortunately don't have the rest of those Page Punchers to compare him to, but I do have the Endless Winter Aquaman here, which I liked for the most part. I didn't think he was bad or anything, but this Page Punchers one kicks the crap out of this one. It's a badass looking Aquaman, to say the very least, and I love the Justice League of America / Plastic Man, whatever you want to call it, wave version of the character, so that's saying a lot. So with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review. Take a look, see at all Aquaman has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the thing that makes him a Page Puncher, the Aquaman comic book. Just got a picture of him on the front there. Pretty lengthy comic, I must say, for coming with a figure that's already like 20 bucks. This is a pretty big deal. And this wave was all new tooling that I'm not sure they reused. I think they should reuse this Aquaman body, because as you can see, compared to the Endless Winter one, it was a little bigger. But he does have a collectible trading card, which is always nice. And then we also have his trident, which is gummy, but it's not warped to heck. It's just a little big for his hand, I think. Supposed to hold it right around here, but it is not the tightest. Like, it don't really fit in his hand. It's very cumbersome to get it in there. I had to heat up his hand to get it in there. Even after that, it still don't really fit. He's got to hold it like way up here. It's almost like it's not long enough, but if you hold it up there, it's at least like somewhat touching the floor. So that's good, I guess. But other than that, you don't get any alt hands, which kind of sucks because, well, actually Black Manta didn't have any either, but he had more than one accessory. That said, this is like unique stuff. I don't think any of this is reused. I think this is all new, because this torso definitely feels bigger. It said, but his reuse is the hockey puck display stand we're using with all McFarlane Toys releases. But look at this guy, man. He's got that cool long-haired look. The goatee. He's got this big pauldron over here. He's got the strap going across his torso. He's got this gauntlets, which is gummier than this gauntlets. This gauntlet's a little smaller. This one's a little thicker, but it's gummier, so the hand pops out quite easily, actually, from the arm. But I guess it's better that it does that than it breaks, right? It's got some thigh armor there. It's got some armored shins, too. All new stuff here, to me anyways, this old figure. But at any rate, as far as articulation goes, his head will look side to side, up, down a little bit. He does have some tilt. Shoulders will pop up, back down. He does have bicep rotation, double elbow. That works fine. Ball hinge wrist that will rotate, hinge, and swivel. Do kind of wish he just had 2 grip hands though. Torso will move this far forward, this far back. It's not loose or anything, but it could be a little tighter. He's got a waist that will twist. It's got some tilt side to side, not a ton, but enough. Hips are tricky. You gotta actually kick them up. They'll go that far, kick back a little bit. But kicking them up is how you can pop them out. Kinda, sorta. And get them out to the side there. Other than that, they really don't want to move that way. So be mindful of that so you don't try to push it too high and snap the thing off, because if you don't do that, that's as high as it goes. But if you finagle with it, you can get it up this high, which is a little higher than that. He does have a little thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee. A little gappy, but not too bad. Then his ankles are, of course, ball hinge, so they will rotate, hinge, and pivot. And he's got toe joints. That one's tight as heck. What about this one? That one is too. But there you go. There is Aquaman. All of his underwater glory. Let's actually give him his trident back, because he just ain't complete without it, man. Again, I apologize for not having the other page punchers from this wave to compare this guy to. They're just put away right now, and I can't get to them. But they're all in like the same spot, which is kind of funny. Gotta have a little organization after all. I'm standing him up here. He just looks awesome, man. I love this Aquaman figure. This is a really good Aquaman. I wish the JLA Wave version used some of these parts instead, just because of the bulk of it and the size, height, I should say. Let me actually turn that this way so you can see his head a little better. There you go. But standing him up there, a little tricky to stand, like all McFarlane Toys releases. Bringing our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibolith, right there, and the infamous current 11 Spawn, who is about neck and neck with old Arthur Curry there. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and compared to the Aquaman figures we've gotten from the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, because let's face it, this is just a glorified DC Multiverse figure, right? That's exactly what it is. It's a little bit better than the Aquamans we've gotten from the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, with the exception of the Justice League of America wave, Plastic Man wave, whatever you want to call it, wave 1. That's my favorite look for Aquaman, though, so I might be biased, but compared to the Endless Winter one, especially to the Flashpoint Paradox one, that uses some of the same parts as the Endless Winter one, and don't even get me started on that Fidgetal Collection one that has the wrong left shoulder on it. That's not even painted. That's just stupid and annoying. This one is leaps and bounds better, just because he looks more badass. This is badass looking Aquaman. And if you have the other figures from this Page Punchers wave, then this is a no-brainer. But if not, and you're looking for an Aquaman from McFarlane Toys that's pretty kick-ass. I mean, again, it's a badass looking Aquaman. This is probably the one to get. I think the head sculpt's a little better. He's a little bigger. He's not as posable in the hips. The hips are pretty hindered, but other than that, and the lack of alt hands, he's pretty solid. I like him quite a bit. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.